Hey guys, just wanted to show you guys an ICT fair value gap example, so FVG. So I did this in a short on my channel, Code Invest, but I just wanted to change, so I didn't do it exactly correct. I wanted to just move to the bottom of this box. So first, if you can see the crosshair, I'm going to move, so this candle I'm looking at here, I'm going to move I'm going to try to move that box to the tip, so the high of that candle. Okay, so now the profit should have been, well, it's different. So I'll just explain pretty much kind of the difference here. So this is Meta. So it's just like Facebook stock changed to Meta. So pretty much, so the entry, it's still on the same candle here. If you can see the crosshair, it's on this green candle when the recent red was broken. So pretty much this was the sell candle. So once that candle, basically that person, he describes like liquidity zone, so he's saying that there's a liquidity zone here. That one's broken, now they have buy side liquidity, and it's going to basically just travel through this red candle. Well, I think he actually would have gone to the kind of maybe like the nearest green's bottom. So you can try that. So pretty much it would have went from 142 to 158 almost. But pretty much I was saying that you could also try going to the candle that was pretty much the one that's going to be closest to the where the liquidity was broken. So this candle, if you can see the crosshair, we're going to move over to the next one. We're going to kind of try to run it up to at least the open of the candle. I think the high might be too greedy, but we could also try that. So I'm going to try to code this in the future, probably this summer, into a bot to try different ones, which kind of target would be the best. So you can also set your stop using an ATR, so I've described that in previous videos. So pretty much you just hold that through. This is a monthly candle, so it would have taken a while. So there's pretty much just like 1.5 months here or so, and that just continued up since. I know on a monthly candle it could be harder. So that's just it. Let's just see if we have any other more recent examples. So you could try going to. So one sec. Let me just kind of explain that part again. Where were we? On the 1 month. Okay, so we have. So when this one was broken, when this liquidity zone is broken, where the crosshair is, then you can also go to the. I think it could be bottom of green in this case if we're bullish. You'll have to check that ICT fair value gap video. But the entry, you can try different things. I think he might have went to like right there, maybe 154, so that gap from like 144 to 143 to like 154, almost 155 area. So perhaps you could have another, let's go for another box here. If I can get the drawing panel up here. I'll have to move the screen over. Okay, so we'll go for the box. I think it's not that one, it's this one here. Rectangle, we'll go from the entry right there to this green bottom. Pretty much the green low. So that might be what he actually would be looking at. That code's going to be a little more complex, but not impossible. You'll have to use a look back of in the array and go back a certain number of candles. I'll have to try to do that later on. But that's pretty much it. So so back to the 4 hour then we can see that we have this one kind of breaking. He talks about like an impulse, kind of like an impulse, 3 candle impulse. You'll have to watch it. He does different ones. It's pretty advanced. But in this case, there was one that was broken here. But it wasn't really too much. Like, it wasn't even really a gap. So the green's low was broken by this red. And the nearest top of red is here. So I think if this green low is broken, then the nearest green low is there, which isn't really that much overall. So is there some better examples? This was a gap up. I wonder why. I think there was some kind of news here. Pretty high gap up. Okay, so where's the nearest kind of break here? I'm not seeing anything really, because kind of the gaps are making it confusing. Let's go to another example. Let's go to like the euro or something, or the pound. Try the pound here. Okay, so we have this one breaking, but not much to travel through. Is there a better example? I'm not seeing any great ones here. Okay, so this one is kind of, it's not exactly next to it, but it still kind of works. So this one's low. This low here was broken. Where does it travel to? This one's confusing because we're having to go back to quite a far look back here. We're breaking to here, maybe traveling back here, down here, but it's not that great of a gap. Okay, let's see. Usually the ones I do are like when there's several greens together and then it gets broken. Here we go. I think this is a good one here. So this one basically was broken here. This low was broken, and we traveled to. That's where the kind of the next of candle works a little bit better. So let's just try to draw this one out. So for example, this low was broken by this. Okay, so if you can see the red candle here, maybe I'll have to draw it from this side then. It's broken there, and then the gap kind of is like, I was thinking close area. That one worked pretty good. Inner circle trader may actually go to like that tip, but that's getting confusing. So you may actually be going to this tip here, that top of that green. But anyways, that one worked. Let's just see. So following that example, basically where you use the next of candle as the break here. For example, this one broke, but it kind of just closed where it was. Didn't actually go down. Well, I guess, see here the body of that green wasn't actually there wasn't much area for this. It wasn't really breaking too much, so that might have been correct. This one didn't break below. This one did break to the nearest body was there. They get tricky and complex, so we'll be doing some more examples later on. Is there any more recent, maybe on the 4 hour or something? Okay, here's one. Okay, so this green candle is broken by this candle. So that area was broken by this candle. And we're going to travel through. Actually, no, it's a green. That's not going to work. The red was broken. He talks about like a 3-candle impulse, though. I'm not sure if he always does that, because I've seen him talk about like where he just goes quickly to the next liquidity zone. So pretty much here, this entry broke that one. So this green candle where the crosshair is broke the candle to the left's high, and I believe it traveled through kind of here, like that, either to the nearest red's low, which would be there. That kind of makes sense. The nearest low, or perhaps the nearest. So it gets complex. If you're coder, you can test it. You can. What happened to these lines? So if you're a coder, you can try to test it. Try to write your strategy out and then test all the conditions. So you can test whether it's the nearest candle low. Oh, these lines are really messing things up here. Is there an eraser? No, okay. So just ignore those. Sorry about that. So we'll just go with another rectangle here. So where did I say? So the entry. So this was the area to break where the crosshair is. This green candle to the right broke that. We traveled to the nearest next candle's low, which was there, or the nearest red candle's open, which was there. So hopefully that solves a little bit more confusion. So we're going to be continuing to do some more examples once I get it down, actually, and kind of try not to confuse you as well, because I'm new to the fair value gap strategy as well. A lot of people use it, so we'll be continuing to discuss this later on. I'm going to practice it as well, try to come up with a bot to actually test how well it works on past data. So thanks for watching, guys. In the next video, we'll be talking about more fair value gaps and other price action strategies. Maybe some. I do have an indicator strategy to share. I created a PineScript indicator. I coded it in PineScript. I'll try to share that soon, because they're another channel. It's like a South Asian channel. Speaking charts. He wanted me to create an indicator for him, which I'm almost done. He wants to do a collab with me. You can check him out as well. He has like 20,000, or he has maybe getting close to 20,000 subscribers. But he has a lot of strategies on his channel. You can check him out. They're not all in English though, but maybe you can find some use for you, so you guys can check it out. Speaking charts. I'll leave a link in the description. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Thanks.